I'll just keep it going and
Go back and forth.
Is this a sci-fi movie?
Cool.
thanks, Bob.
I'm sorry, which one are you looking at?
Truckload of aggressive.
Oh, I'm Ron.
Ashley.
You didn't get this.
Doesn't that
Thanks,
sound
Chris.
like
You
a-
did a great job.
What's a Planet of the Apes?
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Good.
From what?
Here a long time.
Mics are high.
Okay. Is that her in the F-Series pickup truck?
No, she has a flex.
So we'll start out.
Okay.
Call to order Charter Township of Plymouth Board of Trustees regular meeting, Tuesday, October 28th, 2025, 6:33 PM. Roll call?
Trustee Buckley,
Here.
Trustee Clinton,
Here.
Supervisor Kermy,
Here.
Treasurer Shevitz,
Here.
Trustee Stewart,
Here.
Clerk Vorba here. Ms. Groth is, I think, is on her way, so we have a quorum.
All right, Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of the agenda for October 28th, 2025.
Mr. Supervisor, I move for the approval of the agenda for Tuesday, October 28th, 2025.
Second.
Second by Clinton. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Approval of the consent agenda.
Mr. Supervisor, I move for the approval of the consent agenda, Tuesday, October 28th, 2025, and there's a couple of resolutions, so this will require a roll call. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, okay, by Doro. Clerk Vorba, yes. Trustee Stewart,
Yes.
Treasurer Dorchevitz,
Yes.
Trustee Kermy,
Yes.
Trustee Clinton,
Yes.
Trustee Buckley.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. Approval of the bills. We do that separate, right?
Well, no, just, you need to say that someone checked them. And I believe it was
Who was it?
Trustee Stewart.
John, did you check the bills?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, good.
All right. So we can go to public comment now?
Yes.
All right. Public comment, anything you want to talk about that's not on the agenda, you have 3 minutes. Be civil and concise. Any takers? No? No? Going. All right. Item F, which is new business. And we have, the first item is seeking approval for replacement of network data switches at 4 townships locations. Our Director of Information Services, Bob Jenks, will give us the pitch.
Is that on?
Or use
Oh, use this
the
one?
gooseneck, please.
Okay. You gotta turn it,
Green light.
there we go. Okay, thank you, Mr. Supervisor and members of the board. I'm here to request your approval for replacing network data switches at 4 township locations. This to include new Cisco hardware, licensing, SmartNet tech support and maintenance, other related items and installation. The new switch breakdown, we're gonna have 5 switches replaced at Township Hall, 3 in the police department, 1 at Fire Station 1, and 1 at the DPW building. So these switches, this switch replacements were planned for and are included in the 2025 budget. For those of you who do not know what a switch is, it's a network hardware device that connects devices within a local area network that enables the devices to communicate and share resources. Basically, it controls the network traffic across the network, and they're the backbone of the network. So the current Cisco data switches are at these 4 locations are all 8 years old or older. And as of this Friday, October 31st, 2025, Cisco is no longer going to support these switches and going to consider them end of life. So this means Cisco will no longer provide hardware support or software remedy for security vulnerabilities as of that date. The new switches will be supported by Cisco. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Bob, so that's as of 31 of this month?
Yes, Friday.
So are we going to have this in place in time to have
No.
that protection?
Yeah, no, it's not going to be there before Friday. No.
Okay.
We have to order them. It's going to be like 30-day,
Okay.
before we get them.
So is there any kind of things that anybody needs to do in the township to avoid any kind of problems?
No, there's nothing that needs to be done.
Okay.
We're just gonna, if approved, we'll just proceed with
Okay.
placing the order, getting them, and then scheduling.
So there's no
Installation.
precautions that any of the employees have to take?
No.
In order to protect the system? Okay.
Any questions from the audience? Any questions from the board? No?
Make a motion. I move to approve resolution 2025-10-28-85, authorizing a capital expenditure of $139,364 for the purchase and installation of new network switches to maintain the security and operational integrity of township networks.
Second.
Okay, this is going to require a roll call. Trustee Buckley,
Yes.
Trustee Clinton,
Yes.
Supervisor Kermy,
Yes.
Treasurer Dorchevitz,
Yes.
Trustee Groth,
Yes.
Trustee Stewart,
Yes.
Clerk Vorba, yes, motion carries.
Thank you.
Item 2 is a public hearing on the 2026 budget. Carol Rashawn will lead this. Jerry, we have to open a public hearing,
That is
is that
correct.
right?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor, this has been appropriately published as required by law, And I move that we open the public hearing for the 2026 budget at 6:40.
Second.
Second by trustee
Groth.
Groth. And this requires a roll call. Clerk Borba, yes. Trustee Stewart?
Yes.
Trustee Groth?
Yes.
Treasurer Dorchevitz?
Yes.
Supervisor Kermy?
Yes.
Trustee Clinton?
Yes.
Trustee Buckley?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, and now, members of the public, this is the time to speak about the budget. Do we have any comments? It's an important thing, sets the pace for the entire township for a year. Guess it's not like the old days where we used to have a lot of comments from the audience, so.
This is everything we've been presented in the last several meetings, all culminating right here, and we're going to approve it.
We're not approving the budget.
We're just a public hearing.
Public hearing.
Oh, okay.
The approval will be next month.
All right, do you want to, should we
Yes.
close it?
Mr. Supervisor, I move that we close the public hearing for the 2026 budget at 6:41 PM. Do I have a second by Groth? This requires a roll call. Trustee Buckley?
Yes.
Trustee Clinton?
Yes.
Supervisor Kermy?
Yes.
Treasurer Dorchevitz? Yes. Trustee Groth?
Yes.
Trustee Stewart?
Yes.
And Clerk Borba. Motion carries. Thank you.
Now, we don't, Carol, do we need any discussion on this budget here at the board right now? No. No, all right. So we'll move to the next item, which is fiscal 2025, this year, budget amendments, and Carol Rochon, Finance Director, will take us through these changes in revenue and expenses for 2025, since we have to make sure that our funds do not fall to a deficit, and we're maintaining good vigilance. All right, go
Okay,
ahead.
so these are our third quarter budget amendments. I'll go through the list on the one worksheet. So the supervisor's office, we need to amend budget for an additional $500 for additional training that was taking over what we had budgeted for 2026. The dispatch area had 2 retirements, so we need to amend the vacation slash sick time payout for $5,300. And then the retiree medical and healthcare insurance would need to be also increased due to those retirements. Fire had,
We're on page, excuse me, Carol, we're on page 122
Okay.
of 177.
Right.
Gotcha.
that looks like it there. Okay, so the workers' compensation needs to be increased for the fire. It came in higher than budgeted due to an annual payroll audit from the insurance company. We need to increase the professional and contractual services for fire. We paid an individual to prepare the SAFER grant. And then there were some refunds for overpayment of transportation costs that we need to amend the budget, $2,000 for that. Township Park needs the utilities for the water and sewer increased by $20,000, and this is for the sprayscape, the new change to how the water is discharged is now going into the sewer, so we need to increase that $20,000.
That means we're paying for sewage disposal of the water instead of previously going in the creek for free.
And then we need to pay back the drug fund, $9,200. So we had a speed radar trailer that was disposed of. It didn't get disposed of in 2024. It finally got all wrapped up in 2025. And when we had received the funds from the insurance company, they went into the general fund. When I got the form for the disposal of it, it technically was a drug fund asset. So the cleanest and easiest way to take care of that was we just paid the drug fund back their $9,200. Moving on to the brownfield, The professional and contractual services for Pine Road was not budgeted in the brownfield. It was budgeted over in the DDA because they were going to front the funds, but that was an incorrect way to have put it in the budget. So we need to put the $500,000 in the brownfield for the DDA advance, and then there also is a long-term note payable that goes with that in the brownfield. And then Spalding Dedecker has been doing some sanitary model updates in the MITC, so I need to increase that approximately $100,000. It might be a little bit on the high side, but just to make sure we have enough budgeted in there for the year, I decided $100,000 was the amount we needed. The DDA appropriations, water and sewer, the utilities needs to increase $8,000. There was a water leak that wasn't reported in a timely manner, and it was $8,000 worth of leakage that we need to now cover in the budget. And then the capital outlay in the DDA will be decreased because we had budgeted the loan to Brownfield as capital outlay. Instead of it will be a note receivable.
Did you say note receivable?
Yes, so the DDA will have a receivable and the Brownfield will have a payable. Water and sewer, their medical insurance, I have to adjust the budget by $8,000. I'm not quite sure if there was a change in benefits or if it was just the way it was budgeted.
So, hey, Carol, on that last point, then, that means the money would flow through the DDA to the brownfield, right? The loan being paid back?
I'm not quite sure how you do it on your end. The
500,000.
500,000, yeah, it would, I believe, go into the brownfield and then you would send it over to the DDA? I'm not sure how your tax capture works.
I think other way around, isn't it?
The
It's okay.
DDA paid the funds out, so they have a receivable.
Okay,
And they paid it on behalf of the brownfield, so they have a payable.
right,
So the brownfield now owes DDA $500,000,
right, okay,
which you will get in tax capture.
right.
This is the road that goes through
Spine
Plymouth
Road.
Walk,
Yeah.
the former Elks property.
Okay, we do also have revenue that we need to increase in the general fund. The first one is law enforcement distribution, PA 302, and this is reimbursement for certain training, and we need to increase the budget $4,600. The Metro Act, Public Act 48, we received an additional $13,700. And then the election last year, funds came in for reimbursement this year, so we had $1,400 in April for the early voting, and then we got another $833 for election security. We had funds budgeted for a grant from Bosch for Township Park. They gave us an additional $2,400, and this has to do with the pond over at Township Park. We had some payment in lieu of sidewalks. The largest amount was from JS Vid Construction Project, and that was $11,400. The police department sold a 2021 Ford Interceptor, so we had a sale of a capital asset for $7,300. The building department has been doing more inspections and more permits than we had budgeted for. So the building inspection permits is $280,000. The plumbing permits is $20,700. The electrical permits are $41,100. The refrigerator permits are $1,400. And then we closed out the ARPA fund and we moved those funds that were left into the general fund, so that was $21,100. So that's a total revenue increase for the general fund of $418,500.
Now, a lot of those electrical permits were part of the Bradbury Condo Association, where they were required to make major upgrades into their electrical system for their insurance purposes.
That's the Pushmatic.
Yes, right.
Deletion.
Deletion, right.
Okay, then, moving on to the federal drug fund, there was an additional $600 in revenue payments that came through April of 2025. We also sold another a Ford Taurus and an Expedition, so there was a sale of capital assets for an increase of $17,700. And then again, the speed trailer, this is the $9,200 where the general fund is paying them back. The Drug Law Enforcement Fund, or the State Drug Fund, as we call it, sold a 2022 Ford Interceptor, so there was a $6,800 increase to revenue there. And the Water and Sewer Fund charges for services on several accounts were up. The water benefit charge had more activity than anticipated, had $1,498,000, and it's my understanding this is a charge for new buildings, and it depends on the size of the building and the type of business it's going to be in there, what the fee is. We had charge for service water construction fee of $20,100, and then water meter sales of $13,800. And then there was a HUD draw number 1 of 80% of the cost billed through February of 2025 was $68,100. So a total revenue for the Water and Sewer Fund of $1,599,900. So all funds together had total revenue of $2,052,700.
Carol, the final one, the HUD, Housing and Urban Development, draw number 1. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? The 68,000.
I don't have a lot of detail on that. Bob, do you know a little bit more about that?
Nothing.
Okay.
God, it almost sounds like something in MITC with HUD, but I don't know
So
what.
I can go back and get you some more
Yeah,
detail
but-
on that
Yeah,
tomorrow.
all right. All right. Any questions from the public? Any questions from the board?
Mr. Supervisor, I move that the Plymouth Township Board of Trustees hereby adopt Resolution 2025-10-28-86, authorizing the various fiscal year 2025 budget amendments as outlined in the attached.
Second.
Second by Clinton. Clerk Borba, yes. Supervisor Kermy.
Yes.
Trustee Buckley.
Yes.
Trustee Groth.
Yes.
Treasurer Dorchevitz.
Yes.
Trustee Stewart.
Yes.
Trustee Clinton.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, next item is approving the final contract from Mayflower Towing. You recall that we went out for bids at the request of the police department earlier in the year, probably about May, June, and we now have a contract, and this is Assistant Chief Daniel Kudrow will give us some more details.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Members of the board, back on May 16th, 2025, we posted invitations to bid for towing services for the township. On August 12th, 2015, this township board selected Mayflower Towing as the winner of that bidding process. That was contingent upon putting together final contract language and then having the township attorney review said contract language, and then we had to come back for the board for approval. That's why we're here tonight. The contract is uploaded into the board packet that has been reviewed and signed off on by the township attorney. And it's a 3-year contract with the option for a 3-year extension with Mayflower Towing. I will say that, I've been here for over 25 years. Mayflower Towing has been our tow company for the majority of that time. We had a stint back in the early 2000s where we had Gardner Towing, which I don't think is even around anymore. But we've been very satisfied with Mayflower Towing. They're very responsive when we do have complaints from customers or folks who've had their cars towed. I have a direct line to Louis over there who helps us out with any issues. So I'm asking the board to approve the contract language that's in the packet and then authorize the township clerk and the township supervisor to sign the contract.
Question. I noticed that there's an option for township residents to take advantage of some of the services and, like lockout service at half price. How do residents know that, or do they call dispatch, or?
So if they call dispatch, they'll send a police officer and we will get into their car for free. So we're gonna undercut Mayflower Towing on that one. Now, it's entirely possible, because, you know, we make them tell us on video that the township's not gonna be held liable for any damages we cause to their car when we get in. So there is the possibility that they may say, well, if you might damage my car, I'd feel more comfortable having a tow company do it. They can certainly do that. I would imagine in that instance, that's not something that's necessarily widely advertised, that township residents are gonna get a 50% discount on that service. However, when they get their bill, they'll notice that it's 50% lighter than what they might have otherwise anticipated.
So you'll provide a lockout service for free, but if my wife locks me out of the house, that's not included,
We will
right?
get you in your house for free also, Bob. We do that as well.
It's called a foot to the
Provided you
door.
can give us ID that shows you actually live there. We don't want to help you commit a home invasion.
Repeating it, so tell her to do it once.
Does Mayflower want to make any comments?
I would just, to your question, it's pretty simple. It's all going to be in our system. When a customer calls for like certain services, it'll automatically, our dispatch will ask them if they're a resident of Plymouth or anything like that. And then if it's a child in the car, it's free lockouts. We do that for a lot of departments. But everything's going to go right in the system, and it'll be just exactly how it's stated.
And you're going to treat people properly when their vehicle is impounded?
Absolutely, absolutely. They all should get
Not
first class.
ask them for the title in
No.
exchange for the exorbitant bill?
No, they all get a very good deal. We do get the title in a lot of situations where we waive their fees, and we do get titles for cars. Generally, that actually happens a lot in Plymouth, because once the car's crashed, a lot of people have the older cars for their kids with no insurance, and they'll just sign over the title. So that does happen quite a bit.
PLPD, you know.
Yeah. They have insurance, they only have PLPD, yes.
Right.
One way, and they usually just say, hey, can I sign over the title? We waive the fees, and it's all set. But it's not something where we're being forceful about it, or it's their option to do it. And if they do pick up the car, it's all by the contracted rates. The residents do get 2 free days of storage. That's going to be automatic. As soon as they hand us their license, we click a button that says resident, and it'll automatically do the 2 free days also for storage. And all the rates, the way they're set up is everything's geared towards the PLPD, ordinance toll violations, parking violations. All those people that are going to be affected, that are paid out of their pocket, are all going to be very well taken care of. So you'll have no issues.
Where are you guys located?
We're right on Starkweather in Plymouth, right on the border of Plymouth City and Plymouth
Half and
Township.
half.
They actually haven't figured out which one I'm in yet.
It's right across the street from Wilcox Lake.
You'll know when you get your tax bill which one.
Yeah, it's very small. I appreciate it.
Wilcox Lake.
Wilcox Lake is right at the border of Plymouth Township.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Starkweather and Hines.
Hines Drive,
Yeah.
Northfield
Yeah,
Road,
yeah.
Starkweather come together.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you'll be getting a little bit of publicity, because I usually do like a little summary after some of our meetings if there's anything important. So I definitely want the residents to know that if they lock a child in the car, that they can call on you to help
Oh,
them
yeah,
out.
absolutely.
And
And
the
we
police
help
officers.
out, yeah, we help out with a lot of, anytime there's events, anything like that, we're always there. We do the trunk or treat, in any neighborhoods or that we're invited to. We give back all the time, so we do a lot of things for the community.
And what is your name? I'm
My
sorry.
name is Louay
Louay?
Hussein, yes, sir.
Louay Hussein.
Yeah.
Okay. You're one of the owners of the company.
Yes, yeah. And Glenn's also still here. Yep, he actually cut a real good deal, but he'll be here for a long time.
Sandy is.
Sandy, go ahead.
I have 2 questions.
Yes, ma'am.
The contract refers to the liability insurance, the certificate of insurance, and it says that will be provided before the implementation of the contract, so I want to make sure that we will be receiving that.
We currently have insurance all covered, and Plymouth Township is an additional insured, and it's just gonna, that actually got renewed in July, and it's for a whole
just
year,
gonna
so.
roll over.
Yeah, it's always rolled over. And there is, I think, a bond that we'll have to get.
That's my next
Yes.
question. I want to ask about the $50,000 bond. And I want to know, Clerk Borba, does your office maintain the
Yes.
insurance certificate for
We
the
sure
towing?
do.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah,
So
no
how does the
problem.
bond work? They put up $50,000 cash?
It's however you guys
It's
want it.
insurance, yeah.
Yeah, we could write a cashier check for 50,000, or I think you could do it through your insurance company where the insurance covers our 50,000.
So who administers that, Bob, in the township? That
Not me.
$50,000 bond?
It's a performance bond.
Performance
It
bond.
would be a bonding company that would issue a performance bond to
And then
ensure that
we maintain
Mayflower
them.
performs under the contract.
They buy the bond from the.
Yes, and
So
if
insurance
they
company.
fail to perform, then we make a claim on the bond.
So that certificate is on file
At the clerk's department.
Clerk's department?
Yes.
All right.
And that's something, Assistant Chief Kudrow, that you would be discussing with the clerk if something were to, a problem were to occur?
Yes, I would certainly let the clerk know if we had any issues. Like I said, I've been here over 25 years. The majority of that time, Mayflower's been our tow company, and we really have not had any issues. And then to speak to your prior question about those certificates of insurance, those were all included in their bid packet, so we do have those on file. I have them sitting on my desk, actually.
Just want to be sure the clerk has them.
Yes, we do.
And
Yeah, and
because,
every year, as it renews, it'll automatically come to the.
It comes to us
department. Yeah,
automatically.
Yeah, automatically it will
Okay.
come.
because performance bonds are subject to the statute of frauds, they have to be in writing and signed, so make sure we do have the performance
Yes.
bond.
All right.
Mr. Supervisor, I move to approve the contract between the Charter Township of Plymouth and Mayflower Enterprises LLC, doing business as Mayflower Towing, and to authorize the Township Supervisor and Clerk to sign the contract.
Second.
Second by Groth. Clerk Borba, yes. Trustee Groth.
Yes.
Trustee Stewart.
Yes.
Trustee Clinton.
Yes.
Trustee Buckley.
Yes.
Supervisor Kermy.
Yes.
Treasurer Roshevitz.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Board, and we will not disappoint you.
Thank you.
Try to be very good.
Laura, go ahead.
Thank you.
Who supported that?
Groth.
I did.
Trustee Groth. Thank you.
So item 5 is the BSNA software agreement to switch from servers, I think it's called .NET, to cloud-based. Bob Dorshevitz, the treasurer, will give us a summary on this, and we also have online the sales representative from BSNA to ask questions, or answer questions.
Dominic, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me okay?
It's pretty low.
No,
Barely hear him.
we can barely hear you. Let me see.
Was it muted?
Promote to participant. Try it again.
Unmute?
Oh, he'll be, he's connected.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
Barely.
Speak louder.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Pretty weak for some reason. Just be patient. We'll see if we can work through some of these technical difficulties.
Riches. I promoted him.
Yeah, he's promoted. Right. He's just voice?
Yeah,
Is this Teams or Zoom?
Zoom.
Sorry.
Dominic, can you say something?
Yes, is this better?
Sounds like it's coming through.
Let me go see if it's coming through here or
Maybe that's because of the guy that was here today doing evaluation. and
Yeah, that's what I'm
disconnect
worried.
something.
That's what I'm worried about, yeah.
Dominic, continue speaking.
Yes, can you guys hear me okay?
No change, though. You'll have to sing a song or something.
I'm not good at that.
Do you want him to maybe dial in by phone?
Yeah, we got time. We've only been working here half an hour. I won't know what to do with a meeting this short.
Glad I didn't
Go
put much
home.
makeup on.
What?
I'm glad I didn't put much makeup on. Under, when he was searching, there was audio settings. Did you see that?
That's for this end.
Okay.
This one here, that's what's selected.
Yeah.
You got it set right. But he's coming out very low.
Did he just dial back in by phone?
Is this better by chance?
It's not your fault. It's not on your end. It's on our end.
Let's see.
Just seems like one of the speakers is not working, or
Something is,
Let's see. Anyway,
wonder if they got turned down when he was testing stuff.
probably has something to do with that.
huh. I don't see any other.
I don't either.
And you're setting as
Can we
it
get him
should be.
dialed up? Well, we may not have any questions, but.
Yeah, that's the first point. Does anybody have any questions?
Well, he can listen in and then
So,
we
yeah.
can interpret we can relay the questions.
We can hear them, we just can't hear them with any volume. So this is the follow-up to the presentation that I provided a couple months ago when we talked about the upgrade of our ERP system, which is BSNA. BSNA is used throughout the organization. It's our financial system, our tax administration system, our assessing, our purchase orders, our utility billing, our building. What else? What have I missed? Our purchase order system, our general ledger. It runs the administrative functions of the township. And 4 years ago or so, BSNA is a Michigan-based company that is used by the vast majority of municipalities in Michigan as for their ERP system. It's purpose-built, so it's designed for the kind of the special needs and requirements of government. And we've been on the on-prem or .NET platform since 2017?
Yes.
And they came out with a cloud-based version 4 years ago. So it's reached a point of maturity. And I think it's time for us to migrate to the cloud version. What that'll give us is it'll give us some increased functionality, better reporting. The current system was built over time as individual modules. So it's a bunch of databases that are linked together. This becomes one centralized database because when they rebuilt it from the ground up. Excuse me, sorry. Dominic Schneider is on the phone. I've been working with him since about June on working through some of the pricing and some of the details, and I'm here to present it to the board for approval.
Where will the money come from for this?
From various funds, mostly the general fund, but the users will contribute too.
So every department has a cost.
It'll be distributed. But I will have to look for some cost reductions to pay for this. This is an added starter that we didn't originally budget for
Right,
or plan for.
so it's not coming from fund balance, it's,
Well, it might, some of it.
okay.
We'll have to see.
And the clerk's office, it's not listed here, was part of the reviewed and recommended for approval.
Yes.
Does this have anything to do with the .gov that we're switching to?
No.
'Cause
No.
it said .net, so not
That
related at
.NET
all.
is, it's an architecture, a framework for database, for software, basically.
This will be more secure, potentially, in case the building burns down or something else. Our
Remote
server,
access, you can get to it from any web browser.
And the systems are gonna be much more integrated.
Yeah.
They will speak better to each other when you're doing reports. They fill in.
Because even in, my day-to-day job, I've got to hop across from tax to assessing, and I got to keep hopping around different applications, and it's really,
it's just more time consuming.
it's time-consuming, and
I used software and technology basically my whole life. This BSNA was absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's just a great, great job. I would highly recommend it.
anybody have any questions for Dominic?
That sounds good.
Dominic, are you working to ensure that any of the software glitches or bugs have been or will be worked out so that we don't end up being overly burdened by the software issues during implementation?
Absolutely.
Hey.
Absolutely, yep. Our implementation has vastly increased in regards to our survey results back and for satisfaction. We made sure we added user acceptance testing to your guys' as well. If you have any questions like references, I know like the city of Northville, Charter Township, city of Plymouth, they're all currently on our cloud platform. And they all mentioned they'd be happy to speak with you guys too on that.
I think Canton is, and Livonia, pretty much.
There's many within one.
Yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, it's okay.
So the go-live date is approximately when?
We're targeting for October.
I believe we're looking for October of 26.
So that 91,655 that's invoiced at the start of the initial subscription period, is that the same amount that will be billed every year to continue this?
So in other words, is that
Yeah,
the maintenance?
That's the annual subscription costs.
Okay.
Today, it's about 65,000?
I think so.
So
somewhere.
this is an increase, which quite a bit, could be close to 50% increase. Is that right, Dominic? From the .NET?
Yeah, so there's obviously many factors that go into it. There's no need for VPNs or remote desktops. There's no need for servers anymore, buying a server or maintaining a server and all that, those costs. There's different functionalities that come along with things in the cloud, like for example, W-2s. They're able to be sent electronically now. You don't have to worry about using printer to format them and then mail them all in the mail. Accounts payable for invoices, we have ways to auto read them and auto populate the information so you're not hand entering and running the risk of transposing numbers. There's many different things for added functionalities, as well as a little bit of cost savings for different things. I'm not sitting here trying to say it cancels itself out, but there's things in the back end there where you're getting rid of some costs as well by going to the cloud.
So that hidden cost is if you had us provided on a local server and, you depreciated that over 5 years, that's a hidden cost to the current system that
Right.
goes away.
Okay, any more questions from the board? Any more questions from the public?
Mr. Supervisor, I move to approve Resolution 2025-10-28-87, approving the BSNA software customer agreement authorizing Plymouth Charter Township to enter to a one-year renewable subscription for the hosted ERP service. Approve total expenditures not to exceed $201,000 for implementation and first-year costs, and authorize the township supervisor and clerk to execute the agreement and related documents.
Second.
Second by Dorchevitz. Clerk Borba, yes. Supervisor Kermy.
Yes.
Trustee Buckley.
Yes.
Trustee Clinton.
Yes.
Treasurer Dorchevitz.
Yes.
Trustee Stewart.
Yes.
Trustee Groth.
Yes.
Motion carries. Thank you.
Dominic, is the contract and the form ready to be signed this week, or do we?
Yeah, I have it on, it was sent to me on DocuSign, so I'm gonna have to get it sent over to you guys.
Do you have any, has the attorney looked at it?
Yeah, Kevin, quite some time ago.
So we're gonna use DocuSign to,
No, he'll print it off. I
we
think.
can print it off, okay. Next item, oh, we had the vote, right? We're all
Yes.
set,
Yeah.
Next item is dog license fee increase. Dog licenses are required by state law for way back when, 150 years ago, when rabies were prevalent, and many people died, so it required dogs to be licensed. Our dog license fee has not been increased since about the 1970s. It's been the same $5. So we're planning to increase it to 10 and allow people to buy 3-year licenses, and there'll be a $5 late fee, so if you don't buy by the May 31,
$2.
It's being raised to 5.
so by May 31, then you'll have to pay 15. There's probably my seat of the pants says there's 5,000 dogs in this township. We sell fewer than 1,000 dog licenses. We may, if it can be worked out, we may have people sell them at the veterinarian. I don't know how we would do it, but potentially. This is in line with most of the other communities. There's a table in here that tells you what other people are doing. Page 177 of 177. And it looks, cities like Canton or townships like Canton, Garden City, Detroit, we're right in line. Some people are still as low as 5 and others are 10 or above. So I recommend that we do this. It's a round number. It's easy to do the math.
But it's only $3,500 a year, correct?
Yeah.
The BSNA charges us $1,700 just for the module each year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
License?
the animal license
Yeah.
module. I just approved the bill today. I think it was about $1,700 line item to maintain that software.
So we're barely covering costs.
Yeah, so we're barely covering costs, so we need to be sure we continue. But we want to encourage people to, Plymouth Township, people are very responsible and they vaccinate their dogs. So this is a little redundant, but it still provides some protection against people who maybe lax or with the wild animals in your yard. There's a decent chance a dog could contract rabies from raccoons and possums and squirrels and things like that.
We don't have packs of feral dogs, though, fortunately.
No, but my point is, it's only $3,500, so what's the big deal? I mean, why can't we just keep it at $5? You're only gonna charge an extra $500 or $3,500 a year. Why, for the.
It just
for the
updates the
dog?
fee,
I just- to me,
covers
it's
our
kind of-
costs.
Just the principle that it's been 50 years or something.
Yeah, almost 50 years, so.
Yeah, but if you look at the other places, it's basically still the same, it's like $5. You gotta do it, so they said, okay, fine, we'll charge you, I would vote no on this one, I think it's kind of.
Okay, Canton is $10. Detroit is 10, 15 if there's not spayed. Garden City is 10. Livonia is 8, 11 if they're spayed or not spayed. Northville is 5. Northville is a very complex system. Plymouth City's 5. Plymouth Township, we're 5. Westland is 7, 13 if it's not neutered. I recommend doing it. It's a round number. If we get it in the veterinarians, maybe we'll sell double. Don't know. So, any questions or comments from the public?
Speak up into the
Yeah,
mic.
speak loud.
I was up at the courthouse, and there was a lady didn't have her dog license. I must have bit somebody or something. She got a pretty hefty fine. Do you know what that might have been? It was like $500 or something.
Generally, for misdemeanors, the total fines and costs are $575.
So you could get fined that much for not having a dog license then.
Theoretically, yes.
I think it happened when I was up there one day, so it's something to think about. Thank you.
Okay, we have a does anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make the motion. I move that the board approve Resolution 2025-10-28-88, authorizing the Plymouth Township dog license fee to be adjusted to $10 per license with a late fee of $5 applied to licenses renewed or purchased after May 31st, and the optional purchase of a 3-year license for $30 or $35 after May 31st, which is only applicable to dogs within their first year of a 3-year rabies vaccination.
Second.
Treasurer Dorchevitz.
Yes.
Trustee Clinton.
Like,
Pardon?
they can't speak for the dogs, so I'll say no.
Okay. Trustee Buckley.
Yes.
Supervisor Kermy.
Yes.
Trustee Stewart.
No.
Clerk Vorba, yes. Motion carries.
Nope, you didn't ask me.
I didn't ask you?
No,
I thought I did. No, I put your no, okay,
because I made the motion.
you made the motion, that's why.
Yes.
Go ahead. Trustee Grove.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
All right. Okay, any comments from, well, excuse me, this is what, you can make public comments, 3 minutes. Anybody can talk about anything. Nobody? No takers? All right, let's go to board comments. Anything on the board from, let's start from Sandy Growth.
I apologize for being late to the meeting. I have been in Frankenmuth at the trustees educational forum, and I found it very enlightening and informative. We talked about meeting minutes, and which to me was very interesting. We talked about Open Meetings Act. We talked about a lot of different things, and I will prepare a report that I can submit to the board just as a brief review of what we covered, but I did find it very much worthwhile.
Good.
John Stewart.
No comment.
No comment. Jerry Vorba.
No comment.
Bob Dershowitz.
Nothing.
All set?
Happy National First Responders Day.
Yay.
So we have Veterans Day coming up, right? Before our next meeting, so we're having, that day is a holiday for Plymouth Township and most of the country. That's why the next board meeting, remember, is November 13, which is a Thursday, not a Tuesday, because it is a holiday at Plymouth Township. So it'll be a little unusual. I expect a lot of confusion. And then the next day, a lot of people want to go for Michigan firearms hunting that starts on Saturday. So everybody will be able to get in place on Friday. At that meeting, we're going to approve the budget. which we're working diligently on to try to reduce even more because we have some additional surprises. State shared revenue is going to be down by 75,000 to 100,000. And BSNA, and there's a couple of other small things, so we're looking for any ideas for cost reductions. We want to get the budget revenues and expenditures as close as we possibly can. The current status is a $500,000 deficit. So we want to improve that. We are in negotiations with the technical and clerical office workers. We've had 2 meetings. We're getting closer. So hopefully we'll be able to settle that well before the contract expires, which is December 31. Settled and signed.
Will the position of Senior Transportation Director be added to the union contract?
Never heard of that.
Well, she is a township employee. She's paid by the
Senior.
township.
Oh, you mean?
I'm talking
Bus
about
driver.
Kim Boyce.
Kim
No,
Boyce.
I'm
Oh,
talking
Kim
about
Boyce.
Kim Boyce, who works full-time. And she should be a member of the union along with all the other bargaining unit members.
She's a management, isn't she?
Yeah, she manages somebody,
She manages no one. She manages
the-
a building.
the bus driver.
Yeah, but it's not,
All right, I understand your suggestion. I've heard it. Okay.
I know you've heard it, but my question is, are we going to look at it?
I will discuss it, but we did discuss that today, and the conclusion was to leave it as is.
Who's,
We, the attorney, HR, me. So we talked about that. But present plan, we're pretty far along in the negotiations, is to leave it the way it is.
I don't, I just want to say, I
Okay.
don't agree with that. She's an employee. She should be entitled to the same things that all other township employees
She
are
is.
entitled to. She's not a member of the union.
Yeah, but you don't have to be a member of a union.
Yes, but the union dictates wages, it dictates increases, and she does not have any of that. So I think it's important that we, I think that it was a mistake for her not to be, and I think that she should be a member of the bargaining unit along with everyone else that works out of the offices in the township.
Okay, I've heard you. What else do I have to tell you? Anything exciting? Building is still aggressively going on with some projects. We are done with the East Lawn project. The sidewalks, thanks to Bob and Spalding to Decker, they did invoice several $100,000 for sidewalks. And as usual, we have some issues with the quality of work that was done by the contractor. Next year, we're going to reevaluate whether we should actually take the lowest bid. It's a balance. We got a very good price, but we have to deal with some engineering issues that then they drive up the engineering costs because inspection days are $825 a day. So when the engineering company has to send people out there to babysit contractors, that costs money. So we have to look at all of that. Looking at also how we would handle the date. I want to make the job done by September 1 to allow time to sort out any sprinkler issues and proper invoicing so that we don't carry any more of the debt than we have to. It gives people to pay the invoice easily within 30 days. And then Bob and the treasurer's office would make the decision on what goes on the tax roll by approximately November 15th. So he would be in a better position. So that's what's going on. I have a small handout here for you, which is a little comparison of millage rates, just for your own edification and delight of what other communities are doing and what we are doing. We're doing very well. Some people may say we need to do better, in other words, raise taxes, but
People won't say that. Thank you. Thank you.
so it's just for your edification and delight. All right, I don't have anything else. Do you have anything for me?
Have you given any thought yet to looking into the issue of short-term rentals and whether we,
Regulate them?
yeah,
Thought about it. Want to wait and see if we get where the complaints are going. We really don't have any data on complaints. A lot of people have said they don't like it, but others have said, well, yeah, they were there, but they made noise one night, and we don't have a lot of good data.
yeah.
What do you think we should do?
Well, I don't know, but I think we need to discuss it. I've gotten some complaints from people I know in Green Meadows. There's one in there that I guess the police have had to go to. So I don't know.
This is
Kevin-
recent, or this is the stuff from 1 year ago?
Kevin, you look like you want to say something.
Well, looks are deceiving. I would have to check. I know cities can control rentals. East Lansing has an ordinance that restricts rentals, not just requires registration, it also restricts them. The Court of Appeals, in an unpublished opinion, has upheld that zoning ordinance provision that restricts the rentals. I would need to check Michigan Township law a little more closely to see if townships have that power the way that cities do.
I know that townships in northern Michigan are regulating short-term rentals with licensing of $250 and other, an inspection every 3 years.
Oh, are they requiring inspections?
Yeah, in some cases, and then they're restricting the number. But I am hesitant right now. I don't like to regulate property. We have never regulated rentals of any kind in Plymouth Township, and it has worked well for us. Our surrounding communities have highly regulated rentals. I'm talking about conventional long-term lease rentals, and it doesn't seem to have done any benefit, and neighborhoods have continued to decline. Plymouth Township has a cadre of owners who take care of their property generally and seek appreciation and are satisfied with what's going on. So it's a balance of private property rights versus neighborhood harmony and all of those kinds of things. I want to work with these landlords. Amazingly, in Plymouth, which is a good thing from what I hear, most of these short-term rentals are owned by residents of Plymouth. In many places around Michigan, they're owned by non-residents who have a manager in the area and are not connected to the community. So maybe we'll have to talk to some of the short-term owners and see if we can get them to, if we're having a problem, be more willing to control their renters.
On another subject, but realizing that we're wrapping things up.
That's okay, wait, it's 7:30.
Fire, status of the firefighter grants, plural. Wyandotte announced a Homeland Security grant for another firefighter and $67,000.
Homeland Security
Do we have
gave them money
somebody-
to, right, yeah.
Do we have somebody applying?
We already applied, we applied for 6.
Right, what's the status?
Status is no feedback, the shutdown has been 29 days, so
Oh, okay,
some are
I
held
understand.
up by
Oh, I'm
that.
sorry.
We will have a challenge, there is no money in the budget to hire 6 people
Right,
now.
right. You'll be able to hopefully enlighten us by November 13th?
But the
But
shutdown,
Lord knows if the shutdown's gonna be,
Yeah, if we get any information, you can see here, we paid to have a consultant file the paperwork.
Right.
It was in the budget amendments today.
Right.
So, no news. The fire chief has not heard. I spoke with him a couple days ago. No information.
okay.
Is he off?
Excuse me.
No, I told him he didn't have to come today because we weren't going to be
Cat.
talking about anything
Damn cat
related
was
to him.
sleeping on me.
If you want him to come in the future,
I do have some questions I'd like to ask.
okay, so, he asked if he had to come. I thought didn't have anything to say, so I said, don't come. But if you want me to change that in the future, you tell me.
Sorry, I missed because we were dealing with the sneeze over here.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're talking about why the fire chief isn't here. It's because I said that he didn't have to be.
Oh, okay.
And I said I have questions for him, so I would
Is that
appreciate
going to
it
be
if
like
he
a
was
typical
here.
decision? or-
Well, I'm open to, if you guys want me to require certain department heads to be here, I'll do it. For example, I told Spalding to Decker not to come today. Now, we pay them, and Laura Hall, we pay them. So our fire chief, we pay him, but we don't pay him by the hour.
Right. It's just, he presents a monthly report and it's got a lot of data in it. And I have questions about some of that data. And so I just was wondering why he hasn't been here because I wanted to ask him some of those questions.
All right, so I will tell him tomorrow, and then we'll make some adjustments.
Okay.
All right,
You said something, I emailed you about the couple that came in with concerns about the pool situation. You said something about HOA. It was discussed at HOA.
Yeah, it
Could
was.
you
The
give some
HOA
feedback?
told us they discussed it, and they did not want to change their requirements for no fences. So they did not have a solution and were not willing to create one for these people. That's their neighbors, the HOA.
Country Club Village HOA?
Yes, yes. They were,
So the option that was available to us was to potentially look at an ordinance that would dictate how that would be. I know we can't do anything
Pool would
about the
have to
one
be
that
fenced.
exists,
I know ex post.
but
well, the building, chief building official says that it is not easy, and he does not recommend deviating from the code that is used in the state and internationally for pools.
I understand that, but we have residents who are incredibly concerned about the potential for drowning with children, and I don't think we can just ignore that. So I'd just like to know.
I don't know what the answer is.
I don't either.
There is no, and for these particular people, there is no answer because
We
it is,
couldn't-
you can't force them to go backwards
Ex post
Right.
facto.
for a new code.
There were a lot of people who came to the meeting to address that, and it's just an issue that I think we need to either say, yes, we're going to try to do something about it, or we're not going to do something about it because it is a safety issue.
Right. For now, the consensus from the building community and the legal community is do nothing. It's sufficiently covered in the ordinance. And the HOA, they have decided to do nothing. They could provide an exception, it would be tough, to allow the neighbor who does not have the pool to put up a fence. But they said here in this homeowners association president's meeting that they decided they don't want to do that. Their covenants stay as presently codified in their deed restrictions, homeowners association documents, bylaws.
That does sound like a decent option to be allowed to put up a fence next to them.
Yeah, it's a conundrum.
You can put up a fence. In Country Club, you're only allowed to put up a fence if you have a pool. And my next door neighbor has a pool and it's fenced in. But this is the opposite of
Right,
that.
so
Do
you can
have
protect
to?
yourself. I mean, it does
Yeah.
seem like a decent
Yeah.
option. They should.
It's a real
Yeah.
conundrum.
I mean, I wouldn't put in a built-in pool without putting up a fence,
Yeah.
but I'm not planning on putting in a built-in pool anytime soon. so-
Although, one person in the HOA pointed out that, there's detention ponds, retention ponds that have water in them. There are lakes, and they're not fenced, and they're not covered. Ditches, there's ditches that are easily, I can remember as a youth, falling into a ditch going through the ice, and it went over my head. So stuff like that can happen.
I saw that in a movie.
You did?
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a wonderful life.
Well, and similarly, if you have a pool and it has a gate, you know, they were talking about leaving the cover off. You could also leave the door open to the, I mean, it goes even with the,
If it didn't self-close,
fence,
if it
yeah.
didn't self-close. Yeah, I understand it. I guess I wish neighbors would confer with each other before they do things to try to get to a consensus that provides a good solution. But there is not that spirit in this community in a big way. And if you've seen the kind of neighborhood disputes that have come to my office, you'd be shocked.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Very bizarre
I probably
behavior.
wouldn't be.
So, I don't know, don't know what the solution is.
Are you ready for a motion to adjourn?
Yes. Yes.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion successful. Sure.